when your mind is not your own. Lonely is the night when there's no one left to call. You feel the time is right, say the writing's on the wall, yeah. It's a
This is In the Know for Friday, January 29, the 29th day of 2021. There are 336 days left in the year. Good morning, MP, guiding you through In the Know at K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose, live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app using the SoundCloud or iTunes podcast, on Facebook Watch, on YouTube Live, on Periscope, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we will update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We'll get you ready for the weekend. The Super Bowl is a little bit over a week away, and we figure out what's going on with the stock market. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm kind of blindsiding you with this a little bit, but should we trade in my stock portfolio for some GameStop or some AMC? You know, I'm lousy with Twitter stock.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, if you were going to do that, I would go with AMC.
Go with AMC today instead of the GameStop, but not Bed Bath & Beyond or any of the others that are being mentioned?
Well, of what I know, I would go with AMC.
You'd feel sad if I traded in my Twitter stock, though, wouldn't you? Since you bought it for me because I wanted it so much. I'm lousy. I got a big portfolio of Twitter stock. I got one whole share. It's going to be worth something someday. She is the pride of Pumpkin Center, the heiress to the great Mini Burger fortune. She's Vera Wang's arch nemesis and the professional bargain hunter's woman of the year, Misty Embry Thomas. Hey, here we go.
We're at the Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, fire and brimstone, Mission Temple Fireworks Stand.
How's Misty?
You know, I'm well. I will say that in my 2 weeks trading history, I've not seen anything like this ever.
Your 2 weeks of trading history.
Never seen anything like this.
Listen, there's been a lot of. I told you yesterday. I don't really know what short stocking is. I feel like I should know more. You know, I've seen lots of movies about Wall Street and traders, and I should be an expert, but I'm not. But I really appreciate your husband, your husband of 25 years, and dear friend of mine for longer than that, by the way. I mean, to be clear, he met me before he met you, and but he's
kept us both.
Always looking out in our best interest and being part of our research staff.
He really is.
He has been able to come up with a succinct. He found about the most direct explanation for what's going on in the stock market that there is.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like it needs to be shared.
I do too.
Online who are like, what is going on with the stock market? Is there anyone who can explain this in normal person terms? And so I decided I want to do that because, like, I own stocks, so I
Not a moment too soon.
have a pretty good understanding of the stock market. And from what I understand, there are these people who they have lots of money and they have hedges around their house.
Around their house, good.
And they go to the market, but it's like not a real market. It's it's metaphorical, but it's real.
Metaphorical, but real.
Yeah.
And
that's doubly good.
Yes.
They go, that's not doing well, so I worse. So they pull out some papers and they go, who wants to make a deal? They start.
Can I say it seems like we're watching the Miss South Carolina teen pageant at the moment? You know, Wasn't it Miss Teen South Carolina that infamously I believe
I
the
don't know
people
who
of
it
the
was, but
Iraq and the
yes,
Iran?
yes,
and,
yes.
okay.
Making deals, and they say if this company's good, if it goes down, then I get money from you, and if it goes up, then I'll give you money. But they don't tell you that it's not gonna go up. I mean, they will make it so it goes down.
Is this the new Treasury Secretary of the Biden administration?
It is. Yeah, we're
Then
thankful for her.
There was this online reading club that was like, oh, well, not today.
Not today.
We want hedges too, and
We
so
want hedges. Hedges for everyone.
They went into their bank accounts, and then they also went to the market, and they were like, bye.
To market we
Bye,
go.
Pig.
Company, and changed it a lot. And
lot.
so now the initial people, the hedges have to
We're all still following along,
yes,
correct?
yes, yeah.
give. They have to give their hedges, I think.
To give them their hedges.
I think. I love the fact that she
So yeah, if
calls.
you have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you.
That's
thank
the
you.
best
No,
part.
But who has questions
If-
after that, right?
It's almost a mic drop thing.
Yeah.
How dare you
Yeah.
have any questions because I explained it so directly and
love that she
and,
calls
and
Reddit
succinctly.
An online book club.
Online book club. Yeah, but and they have hedges.
Yeah.
But then
I
they
don't
have
like
to
her.
give them their
Hedges. Yeah.
which is just it's the way the world should work. I if I wronged you,
Yeah.
you get my hedges.
Yeah.
It's just now I'm going to try. I know that was an elementary explanation. I want to try and distill it down one more level. I'm going to try and go pre-K.
Okay.
Here,
Very good.
okay?
Yeah.
So, the hedge fund guys bet that GameStop's stock price would go down at the end of this month, which is known as shorting the stock. So they wagered it was going to go down. Then the people on Reddit didn't like that they were driving GameStop out of business, so they organized and got as many people as they could to buy stock in GameStop. This forced the hedge funds who'd bet against it to start betting on it to shore up their potential losses. So if you're at at Churchill Downs and you bet on all the horses,
Yeah.
you're gonna win. But you
Something,
just need
yeah.
you need more horses, like the horses with longer odds. You need them more. So all the money that they poured in, the hedge funds poured in to cover their behinds, continued to drive up the stock price. So basically, here's a simplistic way to look at it. I'm gonna explain this to you in 1980s terminology. If this were Pac-Man, the ghosts are now killing themselves, and the only way to keep playing is to put in more coins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand shorting a little bit. Quite a bit, actually.
I understand shoddy
Shoddy.
more
No,
than shorty.
shorting.
Okay, shoddy. All right. I don't know where my weather forecast went to, but hey, weather. Rain tomorrow night. I don't think it'll be snow in our area. I think we're too far south to get some of the snow that's being predicted for the region. But it was cold this morning, was it not?
Yeah.
Code.
Hence the vest.
COD was code this morning. You all both are wearing vests.
Yeah, because it was
today.
like, Burr, it's cold
I
outside.
got it.
There must be some toros in the
So
atmosphere.
$1.9 trillion, $1.9 trillion aid package
Yeah.
that the Biden administration is proposing, and the Republican Party wants it split. Democrats in Congress and the White House are rejecting a Republican plan to split Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 rescue plan into smaller chunks yesterday, with lawmakers appearing primed to muscle the economic and virus aid forward without GOP help. Despite the president's call for unity, Democrats said the stubbornly high unemployment numbers and battered U.S. economy leave them unwilling to waste time courting Republican support that might not materialize anyway. This is going to be an early test for the Biden administration. If they can do this, you you can take this as a sign that they're unstoppable. If the GOP can get this busted up or can turn this aid package to the tune of $1.9 trillion away, then you'll see that there's a fighting chance for some level of bipartisanship over the next 4 years. But with control of the White House, the House of Representatives, and now the Senate having a mathematical majority there, if they can just ramrod this $1.9 trillion through, they can do about anything they want to. And so this is going to be an important test early on to see how much power they have. And if they have it, then conservatives need to be concerned.
Yep.
If they don't, then you might live to fight a couple of years from now whenever the Republicans may be able to retake the House and send Pelosi packing at least away from the speakership. So we'll see what happens with that. But listen, there are some things in there. Misty, you're a strong proponent for increased wages, and I think increased wages in the free market are absolutely vital to the growth of a community. But just arbitrarily raising the floor, just levelizing it for everyone involved, I don't think accomplishes anything in the end except eliminate jobs because people will go running for automation. But we do need, to be clear, we need more $15 or $20 an hour jobs. But in a competitive marketplace, you need to be then retaining and recruiting the best and the brightest from the labor force to earn those wages, to make those companies successful, that then pay profits, taxes, and et cetera, and churn the economy. But just taking everyone who's making, is it $7.50? $7.25, and just saying, okay, that's now double. Well, then there's an arbitrary reaction to that doubling. So there's too much in the $1.9 trillion that's going to be detrimental, that now we're holding schools and financial aid to those people who need it. We're kind of holding them hostage over something we're also trying to squeeze into this deal.
I think it's $7.25. Do you think it's $7.50?
It's in that.
It's in
that range.
$7.25 is what my HR books are saying, but they could be past the raise. I know if you are federal construction, you're it's like $10.35.
I take a little bit of pride in not knowing what minimum wage is because it's always been my intention to never pay it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when I earned it because I felt in ways it was my employer saying to me, if I could pay you less, I would. And so I have always, over the last 26.
It is $7.25.
$7.25. So, and it varies, by the way. Some states have a higher minimum wage. Mm-hmm. And if you see that wage as being more advantageous, you're free to move there and pursue those wages. But I do believe what you'll find is there's also an increase in cost of living to match perhaps the levied mandated increased wage.
Here's a great example of that is in California and San Francisco and a couple other places, the federal government has deemed poverty at six figures, because the cost of living is so high there that they're having a hard time retaining teachers because they're way below poverty in what they're making there, because their poverty guidelines in that area are literally over $100,000. Well, here in Kentucky, depending on your household, but it's going to range in the $20,000 to $30,000. Mm-hmm. So $15 an hour in San Francisco is way less than $7.25 an hour here. However, I am a fan of you're going to have to pay people more if we want people to come off of welfare, if we want people to come off the system, and we want us to stop having to pay for people's livelihood, I'm a fan of anybody who will work to make a living. If your company is only paying enough that they still qualify for government programs, then I'm going to say shame on you. Get your employees to a place that they don't qualify for government programs anymore. They don't have to depend on the taxpayers to supplement their income so that they can have a decent lifestyle, that they don't qualify for WIC or insurance. Just that's what frustrates me is when I pay in my taxes and I know people who are working are still having to stand in line to get government assistance because the employer refuses to make less money so that they can make more money.
Also-
and there are big corporations that do that every day.
Also, too, I think it's important to point out for those people who either maybe are getting into the workforce or have never been in the workforce, the minimum wage is never intended to be called a living wage. The minimum wage is what I call the great sorting hat. You might have to go to work for a convenience store or whatever for some period of time and earn minimum wage until you sort of prove your mettle, earn experience, showcase your value. And I promise you that if you're good at those types of tasks, people will pay you more to do more.
But you're given a promise that that's not true. They're not. They're not. And that's the problem is these big corporations, the one that makes you the most frustrated, they're not. I have a friend who
let's
has
see who-
worked for the same place for 30 years. And to this day, if she were to get pregnant, she would qualify for WIC. That is pathetic. And this corporation is one of the top earning in our nation. That is pathetic. Shame on you.
COVID totals yesterday reported by the governor, 69 new deaths. It was I believe, the highest, a record 69 deaths reported yesterday, bringing the state total to 3,611. The rolling 7-day positivity rate experienced a drop again yesterday to 9.04. And we were in the 12s and 13s a couple of weeks ago, so to perhaps go under 9 today would be nice. A high death day is a result as a result of the high positives that we had a week and 2 weeks ago with people succumbing to that. So we'll see the daily deaths start to go down as we see positivity go down and total cases go down. The governor also reported a new website, vaccine.ky.gov, the partnership with Kroger Health, the first regional vaccination center is what they're calling it. It's going to be at the Kentucky Horse Park starting February 1st. You can find information on that at vaccine.ky.gov. There are going to be 3 others that will come online soon. Danville, and then 2 in Paducah, I believe. And then Josh Embry from the Grayson County Health Department said yesterday that they have partnered with Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center in submitting a proposal to open a mass vaccination site here in Grayson County. That proposal has been submitted to state officials for approval, so hopefully we'll get good news on that. Josh also reported 13 new cases since Tuesday's update and 129 active cases in Grayson County. You talked to Josh last hour.
Yep.
Anything to tack onto that?
They did find out this morning we were not approved this week.
Okay.
They are supposed to be approving new vaccination sites every Thursday. He's frustrated. He's hoping that by next week we will be approved. They have a place at the Ronald H. Hudson Fire Station to open a bay and drive people through, then park them across the street for their 15-minute waiting period with first responders watching for adverse reactions. So they have a plan in place. The state just has to approve it now. So I asked him as a community, is there anything we can do, someone we can call? He says Representative Heverin and Meredith are already on it.
Okay.
No sense in calling right now, but he will keep us updated.
I have an idea. Let's get a Kroger.
That would be great. However,
Don't you? I mean, don't you think that is as much? I mean, if I'm just saying, if you're Team Kentucky, according to the Beshear administration, and you're partnering with Kroger, then aren't you probably giving some preference to locations with a Kroger?
Yep.
Or a K. Roger, or however you would like to pronounce it. Grayson County schools will remain on an A-B schedule through the month of February. Continuation of the schedule allows them to maintain social distancing within schools and classrooms, according to officials. Grayson County still in a red zone, but we're heading in a better direction. But A-B alternating schedule for the month of February. I won't be surprised if we don't finish the school year on A-B. Would you be surprised at that? You can read about it at K105.com. A high-speed pursuit spanning 2 counties led to an arrest of a man wanted for murder in Pennsylvania. And you can, again, see that at K105.com. GOP lawmakers are proposing a bill to legalize historical horse racing. Senator John Schickel from Union. Is Union in western Kentucky? Would Union be close to Henderson and Ellis Park in that area? I think there's a chance that is. He announced yesterday that he will introduce a bill when lawmakers return next week for the second part of the 2021 regular session. He says the bill, which I am pleased to say will be co-sponsored by Senate President Robert Stivers, will address the recent Kentucky Supreme Court decision on parimutuel wagering and ensure that historical horse racing facilities are able to continue operating. All right. They're going to get some shove back from that from conservative groups, religious foundations, the Family Foundation. I got it. Those groups should do that. They don't want to just go allow gambling to go unfettered and just establish a root system everywhere. But I will tell you that I do believe it is a bit hypocritical of our legislature to basically turn a blind eye to the horse racing industry because their lobby is so powerful and because we like horses and we've got some nice horse racing events. As a matter of fact, we have the signature horse racing event in the world. So we'll say, well, because you all are so important, we're going to let you all operate these casino things, but nobody else. And so it's almost like a government-sanctioned monopoly. So for them to come in and just carve out some language that says no casino-style gambling unless you're friendly to horses. So I just, it's a bit, it's got hypocrisy to it.
There's
that
a lot of hypocrisy
is concerning
in the
to me.
entire gambling thing.
I just,
I mean, I'm not telling you if I'm for it or against it. I'm just saying be consistent.
I don't want to see casinos on every corner, but if I want to go to a casino, I also know where I can go and go to one. But I just, from a legislative, like when you legislate something that says, hey, we're anti-gambling, but we like you horse people, so you all just slot machine it up.
And
whatever
I like the keys money my kids get to go to college, and I'm going to continue to accept that money and use that. It's coming from the lottery system.
The Kentucky Derby winner, Authentic, won the Horse of the Year honor. Speaking of horses, no high school basketball for tonight, but both boys and girls at Grayson County High School will be in action tomorrow. You can hear one of those games on K105, one on the Moose. You can see both of them on K105 digital production. So 2 times tomorrow. The UK women turned back Alabama 81-68, so good for them. And then this headline got my attention. A chimpanzee at an Australian zoo escaped from its enclosure early yesterday morning, but it returned to the exhibit without any intervention. So chimpanzee breaks loose, and then next thing you know, turns around and comes back.
Yeah.
Do we know what he did while he was away?
Well, I mean,
I can
he
infer,
probably
but-
follow the path of Curious George.
A little bit of fun.
But
He probably got out with the humans and went, I'm going back to the
man with the yellow
animals.
suit.
These people have lost their minds out here.
yeah, but you know, I think when he got back, they said, "Well, what made you come back?" And he said, "Hey, it's hard out here for a chimp."
I've seen trouble.
It's true. It is. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. More on the way here on In the Know.
I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and bred.
This is Joshua Embry, Public Health Director of the Grayson County Health Department. The Health Department is now on Phase 1A with vaccine distribution. We have also started vaccinating seniors. As soon as possible, we will work diligently to vaccinate school staff. We are also offering free COVID-19 testing. To schedule a test, call us at 270-259-3141. For more information about the vaccination process, visit graysonhealthcenter.org/vaccine.
Today, successful small businesses are lean, portable, and focused. If you're running your own business, you need to stay in tune to your customers, vendors, and employees. That doesn't leave much time for processing payroll and reporting, much less the overall performance of your business. The firm of Buckles, Travis, and Hart has a full offering of services for small businesses. Payroll processing, tax liability, unemployment, and financial reporting, just to name a few. Think of them like a built-in business manager, but they don't get sick and they don't ask for time off. Call or contact today to help get your business focused across the board. Buckles, Travis, and Hart, 270-259-5604, GraysonCPAs.com.
On the basketball court, you have to know where the lines are. It's just as important to know where the lines are in your own yard. Kentucky law generally requires you to have underground utility lines located before most excavation work, even if it's on your own property. If you don't call 811 and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate you and you may be fined up to $1,250. Much better to stay within the bounds of the law and call before you dig to start putting in turn that backboard or goalpost. For more information, visit psc.ky.gov. This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Have you checked your credit report lately? Don't fall for any scams. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamblin, has some tips.
Don't fall for emails that offer free credit reports. Look for grammatical and spelling errors, and don't click on any links. It could lead to identity theft. Go straight to the source, annualcreditreport.com, to get your free credit report up to 3 times per year. The site will ask for some personal information. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
Are you stuck inside but still looking for bargains on new and secondhand goods? Try HighBid.com, the online auction site for just about anything. HighBid.com offers a safe and easy way to find hundreds of thousands of items for sale every day. From rare coins to fine jewelry, tools to vintage toys, and classic cars to real estate. HighBid.com has it all. HighBid.com makes it easy to find what you're looking for, and the site is simple to use. HighBid.com. That's HiBid.com. And start discovering great deals today.
At the University of Kentucky, there are no bounds to our campus, no limits to our ambitions. Now you can earn a degree from UK anywhere. Every day we're expanding our reach and impact for a world that moves faster and demands more. Over 30 degrees and certificates, 100% online, from Kentucky's flagship university. We're prepared to adapt, grow, build, challenge, and succeed. Together. Find your program at uky.edu/UKonline.
In the future, General Motors plans to exclusively sell electric vehicles. CNBC says GM is out with plans to completely eliminate tailpipe emissions from new everyday cars by 2035. This does leave some wiggle room for other types of vehicles like hydrogen and similar zero-emission powertrains. The move is part of GM's larger plan to become carbon neutral by 2040. Apple overtaken Huawei to reclaim its top spot as the second best-selling smartphone manufacturer in the world last year. The report from Counterpoint Research and Canalys says Samsung was still the top seller in terms of number of smartphones shipped, while Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo took the next 3 spots after Apple and Huawei. The fastest-growing smartphone brand in 2020 was Realme, which shipped 65% more phones than it did in 2019. NBC Universal's Peacock streaming service hit 33 million signups in the fourth quarter. It launched in July and is already on par with other new streamers like HBO Max. Tech Report, Larry Olson, and
Sits a ragged tent where there ain't no trees, and that gospel group telling you and me.
Today is Corn Chip Day.
I love corn chips.
Corn
I
chips
like
pretty
them
good.
well enough, but there's a time and place for those.
Yeah,
So-
all day.
With salsa.
Well, no, I make a really good dip that they're good with. So yeah.
Are you?
You gonna share what the dip
No.
is?
I was going to say.
Yeah. What's the dip? What's in
Oh,
the
you're
dip?
not sharing it.
It's the bean dip that I make.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
With the
it-
salsa and
You
the
act as if I've
cheese
never
and-
eaten your cooking. You're
Yeah.
telling me I make
I'm
this
like,
dip.
which-
It's like, have I ever had this dip? I think I probably have. Corn chip dip day. Corn chip day today. It's also puzzle day today.
Very good.
That would be me.
Now, given the choice, you're going to choose. You, Miss Buckles, would choose. You'd choose jigsaw, but given the choice, I would choose crossword. What kind of puzzle would if you had to choose a puzzle, Misty? What kind of puzzle would you choose?
Probably jigsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good way to eat up an afternoon. My mother's a big jigsaw puzzle worker. My grandmother is a big crossword puzzle worker.
My mother-in-law was. She wanted a crossword dictionary for Christmas one year. It's what I got her.
Really? That's good.
They're really cool. I've had one before.
You loved it.
Today is Fun at Work Day.
Okay. Let's do that one.
I hope we have fun at work every day, at least for a little while. That's the intention. Some ways you're going to have fun at work today. When answering your phone, talking a fake British accent all day.
Mine is not fake.
If you watch enough Peaky Blinders, you can come by it easily because it's.
Do you think
it's a
that's
good way to-
British or is it?
It's Cockney or it's Birmingham, England, that area. So it's not London,
okay.
England.
I, for some reason, was thinking that was set in Ireland.
Well, it's got an Irish influence into it.
All
It's part of the United Kingdom, but there's an Irish. There's melding of those cultures there. Make up nicknames for all your coworkers and refer to them only by these names. I mean, I do that on a normal day, but
Yeah, except me. I never got one.
Good idea there, Sparky. Or whatever. Take a picture of your boss, have it framed, and display it prominently on your desk.
I did. Her name is Gemma, and it's there.
Kiss up. Would make all your other coworkers look bad, though, when your boss comes by and it's their picture that's on your desk.
Real, right?
And then here's one. Pretend your computer mouse is a CB radio mic and talk into, come on, backtrackers, talk to Teddy Bear.
That's so
I
good.
love that.
That'd be fun.
So going to do that a lot today.
Do it today. Tomorrow, in case you're wanting to know what to celebrate this weekend, tomorrow is Croissant Day.
I am French.
Or croissants.
Like my genetics say that the Embry side started in France.
Okay.
So
I need to call you Ombre.
Croissant, though. will work.
Croissant. You both will want to celebrate this vociferously. Yodel for your neighbor's day.
I should do that more.
They
My
will really
neighbors would
appreciate
love
it.
that.
Sunday is backwards day. Sunday is also hot chocolate day. So drink your hot chocolate while walking backward.
Okay.
Sunday's also the Lord's Day.
Skate backwards.
A famous skater is celebrating a birthday today. I can't wait to tell you about it later in the show. Report says Americans will eat a record 1.42 billion chicken wings during Super Bowl 55.
Okay.
I'm still considering hot wings, even though Buffalo is out.
I'm okay with you considering that.
And here's why. This story is impressive upon me is because in all of the Super Bowl meals that you've been part of, that the two of you have been part of, it's not been 55 of them, but it's been a lot.
We're edging in.
We got a few years.
We have never had, even though it is the largest buffalo wing consumption day of the year, we've never had buffalo wings on our Super Bowl menu. We've had fried chicken when the Falcons got there, but never hot wings. And so I'm sort of thinking it is in slight violation of the spirit in which the menu is generally constructed.
Right.
Because it's the two teams it's the cuisine representing the cities from where the two teams hail.
Correct.
For a while, I started doing it's going to be the cuisine based upon the host of the game. But I realized there were only about 5 different cities in the country that were going to host the Super Bowl, and so that was going to get boring in a hurry. So I said, well, let's do the teams. But you're big about not lowering or changing standards. So here I am allowing a team that got to the AFC Championship game, allowing some of their cuisine onto the Super Bowl menu, onto the menu for the big game.
Right.
Am I violating the standard? I feel a little dirty about it.
I go back to we need to find out what Tom Brady's favorite food is. Because it's his 10th, right? It's his 10th. So we could find plausible reason as to why we allowed the chicken wing in if he happens to be a fan of the chicken wing.
This just into our news department. Giselle's favorite food is hot wings.
Okay, so there you go. 6 degrees of separation. He has a cousin who has a friend.
He has a cousin who lives in Buffalo.
Whose paper boy lives, in Buffalo. Thank you, paper boy.
The Super Bowl 55 uniform matchup has been revealed. So the Chiefs will wear red. The Bucks will wear white with pewter. The Bucks are the home team, so they got to pick. So there's if you like to choose who's going to win based upon the colors, that's kind of the classic Chief look.
That's how we roll.
Yep.
And
will we call those silks too?
Yeah, you can call those. You can call those silks.
Okay, good.
Yeah, or you can call it a costume, or.
Oh, no pink mac and cheese.
Some of the more unique, wacky Super Bowl 55 prop bets are out. I know you all always get put on the spot an hour before the game. I don't know what to choose. So here's some of them. I just want to tell you some of the things that you may likely have to choose between. Will the first offensive play be a pass or a run? Because you got a couple different styles with Mahomes and Brady, and it depends upon who's going to get the ball first. And then is Kansas City more likely to run? Brady's more likely to pass.
I got a better shot at explaining what's happening with the stock market right now and nailing that than understanding what you just said.
What's funny is that when Jason shared with me that he had procured an explanation of the stock market, that's what I told him. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So all
Nailed
I
it.
hung on to was Mahomes. That's a fun. That's a fun name.
right?
A score in the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the game? Yes or no?
That's a little easier. Okay.
Total points by the Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker.
Is that a true or false?
Tom Brady. Yeah, it's going to be
Are
an
there
over.
options?
It's going to be an over or under 8.5.
Oh.
So you'll be
true or
able to
false.
say over or under. But
I'm better with multiple choice if you need to know that going into making this matrix.
Tom. So you like the Gatorade question? Red, white, blue,
Yes.
green, clear.
Yes.
All right, got it.
And then I'm probably going to go, was there another color?
Tom Brady,
these.
will he be over or under 39.5 pass attempts? How many players will be sidelined due to COVID-19? Coin toss, heads
okay.
or tails. Will the weekend first be seen with sunglasses at halftime? Yes.
Is that a thing for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said for them.
Did I?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
sorry.
I was just wondering, are those his
Okay.
preferred pronouns? Because apparently I have to figure those types of things out now.
I mean, it was the entire weekend.
The weekend, the weekend will be wearing sunglasses when the halftime show begins. Don't you think? Yeah, without a doubt. It used to be the first beer commercial was a prop bet, but Anheuser-Busch ran everybody out. So now you have to choose between their brands which one will be the first one. And then this is interesting. The reason that this is contextual is because Patrick Mahomes was in kindergarten when Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl. So the prop bet will be how many times will kindergarten be said during the broadcast. The over-under will be 5. What?
That's such good information. I love those nuggets.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We got to do whatever we can to try and keep you all engaged.
I like to do that with Jason with our age difference. It was like
Right?
when I was a
It's
senior
always
and I'm
fun.
like, and I was in middle school.
He was 85 when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
It's always fun for me.
Yeah.
I've heard this story on the horizon for a couple of days, but now I'm thinking, oh, this is a thing that we're going to have to talk about. This headline says China rolls out anal swab COVID testing, saying it's more accurate than the throat method.
I say, China, go for it. And let us know. Like, I just want to mass cameras everywhere to watch the faces of the Chinese people as they go about their daily business after they roll out the anal swabs.
This just in. Massive healthcare worker strike in the United States. I did learn one thing from this story, though. Don't get COVID in China.
Not in the butt.
It's a real pain in the butt. We got to get to a break. More on the way. You're on In the Know.
Is there a comment that constantly garners more comments because the original comment was so intriguing? I hear one every day. A comment so viable, so intriguing, that everyone is commenting on that original comment. It's the Focus on the Family commentary. A comment that resounds for families everywhere, garnering constant comments indeed.
Focus on the Family commentary. Weekday mornings at 4:30 and 9:45 on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
At the University of Kentucky, there are no bounds to our campus, no limits to our ambitions. Now you can earn a degree from UK anywhere. Every day we're expanding our reach and impact for a world that moves faster and demands more. Over 30 degrees and certificates, 100% online, from Kentucky's flagship university. We're prepared to adapt, grow, build, challenge, and succeed together. Find your program at uky.edu/ukonline.
Are you stuck inside but still looking for bargains on new and secondhand goods? Try highbid.com, the online auction site for just about anything. Highbid.com offers a safe and easy way to find hundreds of thousands of items for sale every day, from rare coins to fine jewelry, tools to vintage toys, and classic cars to real estate. Highbid.com has it all. Highbid.com makes it easy to find what you're looking for, and the site is simple to use. Highbid.com. That's HIBID.com. And start discovering great deals today.
Ready to join a new gym? Better Business Bureau's president and CEO Rihanna Smith Hamblin has some tips before you sign on the bottom line.
Before you join a gym, determine your priorities. Take a tour, ask if they offer a free trial, and take your time making a decision. Understand the introductory offers and cancellation policies. BBB often receives complaints against gyms because the customer didn't read the terms and conditions. And don't forget to check out your local gym at bbb.org.
The Department for Aging and Independent Living within the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services wants to promote the Aging Disability Resource Center, a statewide toll-free phone line that provides older adults, individuals with physical disabilities, caregivers, and professionals with information and assistance to promote independent living. Call to learn about home-delivered meals, in-home services, respite care, caregiver support, and Medicaid waiver programs to help, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Call 877-925-0037. Kentucky, we will get through this together. Paid for by the Department of Aging and Independent Living, the KBA, and this station.
Down, set, 8, 1, 1, 8, 1, 1.
The best football teams always get the call right, and you need to make the right call before you excavate. If you don't and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate, and you could be fined up to $1,250. So make the right call. Put safety first. Call 811 before you dig.
Touchdown! Oh my goodness!
This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather.
Soak up the sunshine. It may be a while before we see a full day of sun like this until maybe Groundhog Day next week at the earliest. So sunshine this afternoon, 38 the high, 20s tonight and dry. But then tomorrow, rain moves in later in the afternoon and then looks pretty soggy as we into Saturday night into Sunday. The way 3D Storm Track team, I'm meteorologist Brian Good.
2, 3, 4. Well, things have been a little complicated. While the tea life has got me down.
Did you know
Well, sex is cheap and
hula
talk
hoops
is overrated.
were once banned in Japan for causing obscene movements?
I can see that.
I was going to say because of injury, but okay.
Well,
that was
so
the second time they were banned.
for the people out there that are listening that watch 90 Day Fiance, they're going to laugh at the hula hooping. So
that's
there
a
is,
thing?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, there is a person on the show,
Right.
and she is trying to break the world record of hula hooping. She's in her mid 50s, I guess.
So for like length of time?
Yes.
So how long has she gone? She's still at it? Like, is there a
I
live
think it's
cam
like-
of this?
I could be wrong, and I'm sure somebody will let me know, but I think like 100 hours is what it would take to beat the world record.
Okay. That's impressive, but I'm still back here when you said, for everyone listening who's watching 90 Day Fiance, and
There
thought,
are people.
So about 3 of you,
There's a squad.
there is.
Yeah.
Christy's captain.
Clearly, she is the captain. Our DVR will affirm that she is the captain of
She
the
has
90 Day
earned her
Fiance.
right. She's getting a hat and everything in the mail.
She absolutely.
She probably has a 90 Day
They're
Fiance
getting-
you don't know about.
They're getting matching jackets.
It's coming with the hat. You get your own 90 Day Fiance.
Well,
Surprise!
now I'm nervous.
Why?
I was
This
doing
could be
fine
fun.
until then.
I hope it's the hula
For who?
hooper.
For who?
They'd be fun on the camera, right? Christy's fiance's here. Everybody watch.
Just put them back there in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Larry King's cause of death released, and his widow clarifies it wasn't actually COVID.
Really?
It was sepsis.
Oh, wow.
He had some injuries, and he had recovered from those injuries, but the infection is what got him. So it's actually how we lost Larry King. It's been fun hearing all the various stories about Larry King. Keeping Up with the Kardashians to premiere their final season in March. The new promo is out, Misty, if you've not seen it.
I'm not.
You can watch it on E! Entertainment I don't know if that's Facebook or Instagram or what. But anyway, I'm sure if you were looking for it hard enough, you could find.
I keep trying to break up with them, and they keep persuading
Well, they're
going to
break up with you, I guess, at the end of this season.
They'll call, hey, girl, hey.
The weekend Super Bowl halftime show will reportedly be much longer than normal.
That's good.
The show is planned to be 24 minutes long, which is twice as long as any show in the past.
Do you know what the other option is?
I don't know.
It's the game.
Yeah, it is.
Football.
It does provide. I mean, it has to be difficult for the Chiefs and the Bucks because the show itself is 24 minutes. Usually, what happens is they have a 4 to 5 minute break at the end of the half. And then they have a 4 to 5 minute break at the end of the halftime show. So total runtime on that, on a 12-minute show, you tack on another 10 minutes for bookend breaks, and you're looking at 22 minutes, something like that. The show itself, 24, tack on. You're talking about maybe a 34-minute swing for the athletes. They'll be able to go and watch an episode of something on Netflix during the. So, but staying warmed up, staying loose, staying focused.
May I recommend Bridgerton?
Well, and I was correct on the
Maybe to Tom
hula
Brady.
hooper, by the way.
Maybe to Tom Brady.
It is 100 hours of hula hooping.
Well,
that's insane.
I have a friend that says I'm right.
So there is another living human that watches that other than you?
We have confirmed.
There is someone?
Can you come to the station so we can prove you're real, please?
She would love to.
Okay.
She would come in any day.
I'm going to need a picture of you with today's USA Today proving
You're real. You're a real girl.
Listen, you know and love her. She'd come in any day.
The Weeknd on his Grammy snub says, I personally don't care anymore. So he's moved on. Yeah, he moved on now that he got the halftime gig for the Super Bowl. I've moved on. It's not a problem.
I don't know what the snub was, but
he was not nominated. He had one of the biggest albums of the year and didn't get a single Grammy nomination.
well, that stinks for you.
And so they said it was a fix, basically for him to get overlooked in a snub, that there are issues. But he has 3 Grammys, but he had a great year and didn't get even a nomination. It's one thing to not win it. He doesn't necessarily deserve to win, but his product was on a level to get nominations. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have put their wedding on the back burner.
I told y'all having a kid was hard.
What could that mean?
I'm telling you, you have to get married first, or it's not going to work. It's not going to last.
So they were supposed to get married in 2020, have a big lavish ceremony, but didn't. But now here's what they've said. So we maybe shouldn't read too much into it. There's a lot of stress and tension, but now things are great between them. They've mentally have an attitude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they don't feel rushed to have a wedding ceremony that they were going to have, because you're just waiting. All right, well, when are we going to be able to do this like we wanted to be able to do it? So I don't know what that means. But also Cicely Tyson, groundbreaking screen and Broadway actress, has died at the age of 96. CBS just interviewed her over the weekend. Of course, they interviewed her before this past weekend, but that's when they showed it, so the timing of it was very odd. She sat down with Gayle King, groundbreaking actress, been in lots of things, but...
She's 96?
96. That's not a current photo, by the way. That was not a photo of her at age 96. That's
I was going to say.
But she was on Roots on the Alex Haley miniseries with LeVar Burton on there. I saw a clip of that this morning. Extremely talented. And then in other musical news today, I learned that Chris Christopherson announced yesterday that he is actually retiring. Chris Christopherson officially retiring and at age 84.
Okay.
So
all right.
Willie Nelson said, "Why are you quitting so early?"
You're right. You get the cold.
Why are you taking early retirement?
Yeah.
Said Willie Nelson. Got to get to a break and come back. Got more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
Are your New Year's resolutions already a bust? Well, if you're thinking you've blown that diet or some other goal so badly that you'll just have to wait until next January to start over, well, think again. Too many people give up on themselves after their first couple of mistakes. They think perfection is the goal. But an all or nothing attitude is one of the greatest barriers to success. We think to ourselves, well, I ate that pint of ice cream yesterday, and there goes my diet. Before you know it, we've given up entirely and decided we're out of luck until next year. But there's no reason to throw in the towel. The difference between success and failure is not perfect execution. It's whether or not we keep trying after a failure. New Year's resolutions are usually about making changes to improve our lives. Goals like that are worth pursuing, even though we're virtually guaranteed to stumble and fail somewhere along the way. Change doesn't happen overnight. In fact, research suggests that it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, and that means you'll probably end up missing the mark now and then until you learn how to do it better. Like author and thinker G.K. Chesterton once said, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. I think he's right. Don't give up in defeat and remain stuck until next January. Cut yourself some slack and keep on trying. For more to help you thrive, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
Are you stuck inside but still looking for bargains on new and secondhand goods? Try HighBid.com, the online auction site for just about anything. HighBid.com offers a safe and easy way to find hundreds of thousands of items for sale every day, from rare coins to fine jewelry, tools to vintage toys, and classic cars to real estate. HighBid.com has it all. HighBid.com makes it easy to find what you're looking for, and the site is simple to use. HighBid.com. That's HiBid.com. And start discovering great deals today.
Another twist on an old scam. Don't fall for this new Publishers Clearinghouse scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamblin, has more.
Consumers are receiving phone calls saying they've won tons of money in a new car. All the consumer has to do is purchase a prize registration license. The scammer will end up with your bank or credit card information. Don't fall for it. For substantial winnings, the real Publishers Clearinghouse will knock on your door. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
Memphis and the Commodore Hotel, and underneath the street lamp I met a Southern belle.
MB's Point to Ponder for today. Gave you the headline yesterday that average humans are fatter than elephants. Remember? I shared that with you yesterday.
There's days that I feel like, yes, that's accurate.
Is it because we have more junk in the trunk?
That's not my problem.
Possibly.
I mean, elephants' trunks are only full of peanuts.
Yep.
So, but we got all kinds of junk in our trunks. I don't know. Just kind of come up with an explanation for it.
I don't know.
Seems to defy logic. What else must you need to know about? I ran across the least inspirational quotes.
Now this should be fun.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been a big fan of successories.
Yes.
But, like, you may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but you're still a tool.
Put that in my pocket.
The ground's the limit. Some people, the limit is the sky, but other people, the ground is
stay on the ground.
Is the limit. If one door closes, open it again. It's a door. That's how it works. That would look good on a poster.
Thanks, Karen.
Near a door.
Because I was going to just stand here and wait for it.
Put it on a accessories poster adjacent to a door. Be yourself. Nobody else wants to be you.
Nailed it.
I can so agree with that one.
Yep.
I have a dream. Then I wake up, use the bathroom, and go back to bed.
I have no idea what it was.
I was like,
Yeah, I
it's
forgot
gone. It's gone. On television for the weekend. This evening, the season 6 premiere of Atlanta, Little Women Atlanta on Lifetime. Tomorrow evening, if you like Jim Halpert from The Office, you'll like John Krasinski hosting Saturday Night Live. Machine Gun Kelly is the musical guest. On Sunday evening, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire features Ray Romano and firefighter Lauren Kuykendall, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Also on HBO Sunday evening, The Lady and the Dale, the story of Elizabeth Carmichael, who released a fuel-efficient vehicle during the 1970s gas crisis. I have that set to record. It looks kind of interesting. I didn't know the story. I remember the gas crisis, but I had no idea that we had a lady who introduced a new car during that time. Must not taken off, or we would, right? Wouldn't we know more about it?
I assume. Yeah.
Today's highlight in history, this day, 1979, President Carter formally welcomed Chinese Vice Premier Deng Xiaoping to the White House. In 1820, King George III died at Windsor Castle at age 81. In 1936, the first inductees of baseball's Hall of Fame, including Ty Cobb and Babe Ruth, were named in Cooperstown, New York. In 1984, President Reagan announced in a nationally broadcast message that he and VP George H.W. Bush would seek re-election in the fall. And then we're going to start rolling through lots of weird anniversaries relative to COVID. 1 year ago today, a charter flight evacuating 195 Americans, including diplomats and their families, left the Chinese city of Wuhan. Got to get out of there. I think they were being threatened with a COVID test.
Let us swab you.
I don't care if it's. I don't need first class ticket. I don't need a coach ticket. I'll fly in steerage or cargo or whatever. Just get me on that flight before they give me that COVID test. Birthdays today. Tom Selleck is 76 today. The original Magnum P.I. You don't like him because you didn't like him when he was Monica's love interest on Friends.
You know what? Yes, you are exactly right.
It was a weird storyline.
It was a weird storyline, absolutely. But he was in 3 Men and a Baby, and now he's Frank.
Good.
He's Frank Reagan. He's the PC of the NYPD on Blue Bloods, and I just loved Magnum. I mean, Magnum P.I. when I was a kid. I mean, come on, Hawaii and Ferrari and. I mean, not so much on the mustache and the unbuttoned shirt and all the chest hair. I was like, all right.
Right.
I'm out on that.
We both just went. Bleh.
Right. See? But Oprah Winfrey is 67 today. Erlene Mandrell, my favorite of the Mandrell sisters, is 65 today. Celebrating her 51st birthday today in all of her roller skating glory is Heather Graham. So she was wearing the roller skates in Boogie Nights.
Oh, okay.
I told you, a famous roller skater celebrating her birthday today.
Roller Girl.
Yeah. I'm sure your husband knows for certain. I can't remember. I've only seen that movie once or so.
He's only seen it once.
Has he?
Yeah.
Paul Ryan, former House Speaker, is 51 today. Sarah Gilbert is 46. Justin Hartley. Huh?
I thought she was older than that.
Sarah Gilbert, who's on the Connors and on the Talk.
Oh, I'm thinking Laura Ingalls. Who played Laura Ingalls?
Melissa Gilbert, her sister.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm pretty for sure she's.
Justin Hartley is 44 today. Justin Hartley, This Is Us. He plays Kevin on This Is Us. And blues musician Johnny Lang is 40 today. Of course, it's kind of weird. Justin Hartley plays Kevin, who plays the Manny. Was that? That's the show he was on, right? And This Is Us.
That's about
by the way,
where I
are you
would
caught
ride
up? Are you caught up?
No, I quit watching about the Manny or the
No, I thought you
Ray
got
lost his mind on the show, and I just kind of lost interest.
I thought a couple of months ago you got caught up again. Really? All right.
No, I was still behind, and then I just lost interest in it.
All right. Gone but not forgotten. Thomas Paine, born in 1736. Harriet Tubman, born in 1820. Joe Biden's high school sweetheart, Harriet Tubman. William McKinley, born in 1843. W.C. Fields in 1880. John Forsythe in 1918. Played Blake Carrington on Dynasty, but also was the voice of Charlie on Charlie's Angels.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Sure.
Well,
That's a great voice.
Chart toppers for today. Let's go to 1959. Richie Valens was number one. Are you going to do it? You're the only one that can do it and not get in trouble.
What?
Make fun of Richie Valens, Donna.
No, I'm not going to make fun. I just am over the name songs.
Okay. If I do it, I'll get a nastily worded text from my Uncle Hub. If you say something bad about it, well, it's smooth sailing. It's like, whatever Misty wants is fine. 1968, Aretha Franklin, number one.
I appreciate that agreement we have, Hub.
Chain of Fools.
You keep saying it, and I'll keep shining like a diamond for you.
There's no doubt who gets the preferential treatment. Let's get a 1977 Rolls Royce, number one. Not Rolls Royce, Rolls Royce.
Bag it. I just go all Shark Tale.
Oh, yeah. I've told you all about the time I hit random on my iPod in my old vehicle.
Yeah.
I was in the car wash, hit random shuffle, landed on Christina Aguilera's version of this, and I recorded it on my BlackBerry.
So fancy.
I just thought, hey, this is, I mean, of all the songs on here, my
Did you
iPod
stay a
was
little
listening.
longer 'cause you
my
felt
iPod
like
was.
the universe had heard
I didn't
your-
put extra money in it. No,
Oh, okay.
I just got stuck with the
Yeah.
same. Stuck with the same.
Cars
cycle.
honking behind you. Song's not off. Hold on. Living in the moment, the universe recognized my existence.
Yeah, I was going to. Let's see.
Hoping it would be the lottery, but it's the car wash.
1986, Wham was number one. When I'm Your Man. 1995, TLC, Creep. I wasn't gonna. We were out of time, but I have to do this.
Okay.
2004, Helix and Milkshake. Bruno Mars number one in 2013. What?
Are you trying to spark my PTSD from the day I took the milkshake to the yard? 6 months later, it's melted.
I
No
just knew
boys.
you'd be mad at me if I didn't.
Still no
if I
boys
didn't
in the
work it
yard.
I'm sorry,
MB
that's fantastic.
MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today.
Here I sit all alone. The melted milkshake.
MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. The two things in life you have total control over are your attitude and your effort. The two things in life you have total control over are your attitude and your effort. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Look forward to seeing you back here on Monday for another edition of our show. From Misty Thomas for Beej, I'm MB. And now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA. 104.9 FM, the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105, your news